Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good afternoon to CS. Pleasure to have you here. My question, Mr. Speaker, is an assessment of what is going on with the CBC. And therefore, I'll start with asking the Minister about what progress has the government made in putting up necessary infrastructure, including classrooms, libraries, and laboratories in readiness for the enrollment of the first cohort of the competency-based curriculum, that is CBC, class to join grade 9. And could the Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Speaker, confirm whether the progress aligns with the originally set timelines that we all know as a country, and how is the government actively promoting awareness of the CBC curriculum? And could also the Cabinet Secretary, in that clarification, help us understand whether the government undertakes consultations on curriculum review with other key stakeholders, and of interest for us, Mr. Speaker, would be parents, teachers, and publishers. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, if the Cabinet Secretary would be kind enough to also provide an update on the implementation of the recommendations of the Presidential Working Party on education reform, because that particular task force is had some very interesting timelines that we don't know that will be achieved before our children join grade 9. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members. As you are aware, Honorable Senator Eddy, junior schools across the country currently have an enrollment of 2,279,052 runners in grades 7 and 8. Of course, as we know, in the old system of 844, we had classrooms in standard 7 and 8, which as of now, those ones have transitioned to senior school, which is our secondary schools. So as far as grade 7 and 8 are concerned, we don't have a problem as far as classrooms are concerned. The Ministry has also done a needs assessment and determined that we have a shortage of 15,021 classrooms for those who will be transitioning into grade 9 next year, the year 2025. We have tabulated the number of classrooms we require countrywide as per county, and have attached the table there for members to be able to confirm. Honorable Speaker, the government has also taken proactive steps to ensure that the infrastructure requirement for 2025 is in place. And for that particular purpose, the government has been able to allocate a conditional grant of 3.39 billion to the National Government Constituent Development Fund, which is being distributed across the constituencies, of course, taking into consideration the needs assessment which we have done covering the entire country. The CDF, we have agreed, is also supposed to match this funding from their allocation, such that once we do one classroom using these funds, they will also be able to do another one classroom. Out of this, we expect that we should be able to do 6,000 integrated resource centers for our junior school. Additionally, we have engaged World Bank, Honorable Speaker, and we have an allocation of 9 billion, money which we are also using to ensure that we construct another 9,000 classrooms, which in the total will make 15,000. So we are working hard this particular year in order to make sure that the necessary required infrastructural development in our schools is done in readiness for admission of the grade 9, which will be domiciled in the existing primary schools. And I want to emphasize on that point because grade 9 will be in the existing primary schools. They are not going to senior school. Senior school, they will be able to go after grade 9. And promoting awareness, we have taken a lot of steps to ensure that we promote awareness on the CPC system through an inclusive and participatory process. One such process, Honourable Speaker, was undertaken way back in 2019, but before then, we know that we are undertaking our first implementation of CPC since 2017, where we have 2 years pre-primary, 6 years in primary, 3 years in junior school, 3 years in senior school, and 3 years in university. That is the kind of structure we have. And the implementation of this particular structure, Honourable Speaker, was based on sessional paper number 1 of 2019, which was a policy framework for reforming education and training for sustainable development in Kenya. The same sessional paper was presented in Parliament, the last Parliament. It was debated and approved, and it is on the basis of that particular policy paper, which was approved in Parliament, that we have that particular structure in place. We have also embraced various other methods in order to create awareness, such as public forums, press releases, circulars, and official statements to convey information on key issues in CPC, such as the domiciling of junior school, and also the guidelines for implementation of the junior school. We did have various public forums, and including the rationalization of the running areas, because we have been able to reduce the running areas as recommended by KICD in almost each and every level. The other state agencies which are very much involved in...
Sorry for interrupting you, but I think Senator Andy seems like he's satisfied with your response. Yeah, so if you can summarize.
Yeah, thank you.
So that I can
thank you. The Presidential Working Party.
2-3 minutes to ask the supplementary question.
Yeah, the Presidential Working Party, if I can summarize in this.
Senator Eddie, because the response is with you, if you are satisfied with the response from the CS, then we can save some minutes for the other senators. Are you? Yes, satisfied. So, Honorable CS, the Senator is happy with your response already.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to save you some time so that I can give a few senators to ask their supplementary question. Let me start with your senator for Kisii County.
Thank you, CS.